he did. And they are able to get their first 3 points of this game.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They didn't start the game off first down as they take the field a second time. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Hurts trying again on second down. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long for him here. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
Holding offense.
You got a made long. You just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety.
Sometimes simply as a quarterback, you can feel a defense. Right? You could just close your eyes and you can feel them. And I promise you, after that last sack, that defense was hunting. They knew what was on the line. They had a chance to go put points on the scoreboard. And that sack for the safety, it does just that.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. Brings it in at the 12. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First and 10, it's McCarthy. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You want to nerd out at the end of the year with me, Kate? We'll go back and look at the amount of time per completion in the league. The best of them are around 2.2 seconds. The guys that hold on to the longest, they're somewhere around 2.6 seconds. You give your quarterback that kind of eternity to throw, they'll find a completion.
It's a 29-yard gain, and the Vikings are going to have a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
all set now. 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Mason. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings widen their lead to 11 in the 1st. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will
All right, they're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they come back after the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
It's a gain of 5.
Air it out on 3rd. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings blowing them out in this opening quarter. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Wow, just... Sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Motion man right is Smith. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Typically, you want more on a fade route. You like to get something a little bit down the field, but you never, ever turn down a completion, a connection, and a little trust between receiver and quarterback on that fade.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And that run's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Braden Mann on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Throwing to the back of the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he'll get this inside the...
Man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they're going to be set up with 1st and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan.
And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings swell their first quarter by 6. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
Well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. 6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. McCarthy looking to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Well, left side brought in by Hawkinson. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
McCarthy's going to look to throw this. And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got?
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And this has turned into a blowout very early, Brock, but still plenty of time left if they can start to put things together here. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
on the play.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And an Eagles first down.
Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. A whole lot to nothing is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Escapes the defender. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they take him down as he goes out. Now let's check on this penalty.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. He's down the sideline into the red zone. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
Hurts setting up to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down. Hurts to throw. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's...
Pressure mid, and it's blocked!
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd down carry for Jones. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. by Jefferson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
And the Vikings first down.
Running right, this is Jones. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. McCarthy keeping the pedal down. Jones again on second down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Throw here, third down. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach. But yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over first.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And standout special teams play kept these guys from getting 3 out of that last drive. Probably not looking to leave anything to chance this time around. Take this one in for 6.
And the best way to keep a field goal from getting blocked is not to even put the field goal unit on the field. The extra point unit, that's what they're aiming for.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Headed in reverse so far. Time shifting to drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Hurts. Gets him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Motioning left is their running back. Hurts on 3rd and 2. He's going for it himself. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
Now it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. Now a give up the middle to Jones. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On play action now, McCarthy. Headed out right. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
A give to Mason. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action, McCarthy. Buying some time right. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play. Chasing him down outside that pocket, but it looked pretty clear, Brock. He should have pulled up instead of making that hit anyway.
These defenders can't help themselves. All right, the QB's got red jerseys on.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings making this a laugher before halftime. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. We've set it down from 37.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
The tackle by Isaiah Rodgers. A gain of 5 brings up second and
Motion man left is Brown.
at the 43-yard line.
Now Hurts. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Throwing here, Hurts. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. They'll punt it away. Braden Mann out to send it skyward. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. Here's Jones. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jones once more. Fights his way through a tackle. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. So third down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. On the move, headed right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. J.J. McCarthy the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. First down, a run with Barkley. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. And dose of the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. We've set it down from 37. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still first down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here. Hurts looking to throw. The Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's taken out just short of that marker, but a flag is out. So let's see if they're going to get a redo here on third down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. Good running. Rips off about 7. They're still short. Fourth down coming up. Here's Mann on to punt it away. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Let's see what he can do on the return. Through the 45. And he's going to be forced out, but a nice gain before he was on what's going to be the final play of this second quarter. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Yet again, it's Jefferson. And after making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Sidney Brown in on that stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Jones. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings.
They'll give it to Mason. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Going with Jones on the ground. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. McCarthy flushed out of the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, We got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts. Dump off caught by his back. Jukes away from one. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
On now comes their punter. Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. First and 10, it's McCarthy. Headed out right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down carry for Jones. This is going to be down to, it looks like, about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Jones. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Jones again on 2nd down. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, and here's Mason. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings trying to end this before the final quarter. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go to Barkley again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Eagles first down.
Going to the ground again on first. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's down to the 42-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's another Eagles first down.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Barkley off the pistol give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Hurts setting up to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. Braden Mann will kick it away. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And from where that fumble came, Brock, 0 chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Getting out to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. 2nd and 10, McCarthy. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. Going deep here for the end zone. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Reichert on for the point after. extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight.
And he's tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 28-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escape, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. He fields it cleanly. He dodged the tackle. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy, buying some time right. He takes it himself. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down. They're giving it to Jones on the option. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings throwing 6 more on the blowout. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his 2nd score of this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. One after try good by Reichard. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. On 1st down, Hurts. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. He keeps it on the option. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I could promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On play action now, McCarthy. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Brought in inside the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings running them out of the building. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Reichard there to tack on the extra points. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball.
Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Give him 4 yards there, and now we'll bring up 2nd and 16.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He runs it up to midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Counterplay, Jones. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Play action, McCarthy. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by these points.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
It's Jones on the toss. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete out to the right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 15-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Vacates quickly left side. Now here he goes. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles are tackled close to their own end zone. But the important thing is they got that football back.
Well, they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Hurts on first down. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. Secures this at the 17. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence.
17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Yet again, it's Jefferson. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Goes right back to Jefferson. Complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down. Hurts. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. This is scooped up by the Vikings. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Vikings throwing 6 more on the blowout. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. The unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Vikings have recovered.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
And he sure gave his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That one's complete, right side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Reichert connects there. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. All right, this is A.J. Dillon. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll air it out on 3rd. Lost control of another one. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Vikings running them out of the building. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. They'll start this series with an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Here's the backup. First throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. McKee from the gun. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they've done it again! It's another safety! So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Lasers this one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 37 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. For decades, Flipper Anderson's 1989 record has stood. And here, Brock, we've finally seen it beaten. He just topped 336 yards. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now McCarthy and the Vikings getting all set for the 2-point attempt. All right, they're going to throw for it. McCarthy hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Well, they are perfect no longer. Defense finally stops them on a 2-point try. You think this is just a case of they were going to go for it every time, Brock, until it didn't work out?
Yeah, not a gambler, but this is house money. And when you feel this good and you're this hot, continue to take advantage. They've obviously seen something this week in their preparation that they could go after these guys they have. And I don't think one time getting stopped is going to deter him moving forward.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 21-yard line.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. McKee out of the shotgun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long for him here. Trying to push deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still 3rd down.
So they get dings for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down. To throw, McKee. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We've set it downs from the 37. First down throw by McKee. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throw in here, McKee. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. All right, following the incompletion, here's 2nd down. McKee now. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Philadelphia.